And that was a proper play to make on that possession by Washington.
Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Orlando with 18 on the shot clock. We're under 7 minutes here in the first quarter. Washington leading the Magic by 2.
He was on TV. It was a great day. We're really excited to see what this can be going forward as well.
And you mentioned what it could be going forward. A very successful year number 1 with all the talent in the DMV. What goes into making this an annual event?
Yeah, so, we want this to be a day where it's not just about the teams that are on broadcast. Obviously, everyone wants to be on TV, so we hope to be able to continue this and do that going forward. But we want it to be a day where, any team that's playing, you just mark it on your calendar. All right, this is basketball day in the DMV. We want to play on that day. We want to make sure we have a game. We want it to be a celebration in an annual event that people look forward to. Not just if you're on TV, but just in general, we want it to be a day. Because there's no better city, no better region than here. So, they deserve it.
Some would say some of the best talent in the country comes out of the DMV. Chris and Christy, you're both very familiar with it. Once again, Director of Wizards Youth Basketball, Shannon Clancy, joining us to talk basketball in the DMV Day.
Shannon and Megan, thank you so much. I'll just say this, Christy. It's in the water.
It is in the water. It's all over the DMV, and what a powerful day today. The DMV is a mecca, and I'm going to say that, and not just because I'm from here. I mean, I recruited.
I ain't from here, and I'll say it is the mecca.
It is. I mean, I recruited for 9 years as a college coach out of this area, and I've just seen it blossom year after year.
It's, you think about the young boys and girls 7 years old, right? Getting started in AAU, high school, college, here at the professional ranks. This area is so rich with basketball. And I think really from Baltimore all the way down to Tidewater, if you're recruiting that area from Baltimore to Tidewater, you're going to find some players.
That's right.
Boys and girls.
Absolutely. No doubt about it. I mean, our kids played here in the DMV. I still have one playing in high school in this area. And so it's just fun to watch the competition continue to grow.
We're back here to live action. There's going to be a foul there. As you see, the Wizards, so far, Christy, 12 of their 19 points have come in the paint. They are really dominating that area. An Orlando Magic team that's really big in size down low.
Well, you can try to overpower if you want to, but here's the foul. Rui Hachimura extending with contact.
Paula Bencaro had 11 points last night in that win against New Orleans Pelicans, the #1 overall pick out of Duke. He had 21 points against the Wizards back on December the 30th at Amway Center. Dibny Avdia in the game now for Washington. As Bradley Beal will once again be monitored his minutes, just returning back from that hamstring injury.
He missed those 5 games, but he's been in and out with the right hamstring, left hamstring, then back to the right. But it's just good to see him healthy and back on the floor for the Wizards.
Bencaro is second in total points, third in assists, fourth in rebounds, and tied for fourth among rookies in steals with Jaden Ivey. We'll see Jaden Ivey on his upcoming 5-game road trip. Here's Hachimura going baseline, trying to use the left. Ball tipped around. Here's Fultz. The up and under. They're going to call goaltending on Rui Hachimura. It's time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by your local Washington, D.C. GMC dealers. Here's Christie's keys for tonight's game.
Well, discipline on defense. They cannot put Orlando on the line. They were 30 of 34 from the line last night against New Orleans, and they need to knock in their threes. Orlando leads the league in three-point field goal defense, only giving opponents 34% of those. But Washington did a great job, as we've said before, in their last game with their spacing. With Bradley Beal's return, it's hard to double team, but they were getting great looks with their extra passes.
DeLon Wright in the game. Kristaps Porzingis called for that foul, hitting Wendell Carter in the face. That'll be Porzingis' first. Wizards with a 2-point lead, 4:31 remaining here in the first. Jalen Suggs in the game for the Orlando Magic. Magic working working their half-court offense. Beccaro with some space over Porzingis. Rebound Avdia.
He forced him to shoot a little higher than he wanted to.
Did such an excellent job against the Knicks of pushing pace and getting tempo going for Washington. Porzingis being fouled by Beccaro.
Good job by Washington again, getting the ball inside the painted area. It's a 12-4 advantage right now for Washington in there. Porzingis put the ball on the deck and then an easy call to make there with contact.
Porzingis fouled out Wednesday to a Bronx cheer as Knicks fans were giving him the business, but hey, he did have his 15th double-double of the season, which leads the team. Let's take a look at our league leaders presented by Toyota. You look at free throw percentage leaders since December the 28th. Porzingis in the top 5.
Well, you love to see it. I mean, he gets tagged. He gets crowded in the painted area, and you saw right there, it gets very physical down there, especially when he puts the ball down.
All 5 Wizards starters have scored here in the first quarter. Nice step through there by Franz Wagner. Wagner now with 7 points to lead the Magic. Long right to KP. KP into the body. He'll go to the line again.
Well, he has averaged 7 free throw attempts since that time. We were just talking about for Kristaps Porzingis to go to the line 7 times a game in the last several. I mean, that's a chunk of your offensive production.
Coming into the ball game right now as Franz Wagner picks up his 3rd foul, is the oldest player on the Orlando Magic team. And if I'd have said Terrence Ross is the oldest player on the team, he's only 31. So that should tell you how young this Orlando Magic team is, third youngest in the NBA.
But they're playing well together. I mean, they have done a good job as of late. After a 5-20 start, they've gone 12-8 in their last several games.
Porzingis a perfect 4 for 4. You see Jamal Mosley, the coach of the Orlando Magic. Mosley in his 2nd season. Longtime assistant in Denver, Cleveland, Dallas. Getting his opportunity now in Central Florida. Wendell Carter Jr. took shot is good. Carter Jr. has 7. Porzingis looking for a post-up on the smaller Suggs. KP, good decision. You reach, you teach.
That's right. Well, he knew. When you have a defender sitting behind you, then you go ahead and try to overtake. And you can tell Kristaps Porzingis knew that he was going to try to gather some space, get into the chest of Suggs, and then make his way once again to the line.
KP already 4 for 4. Really attacking the Orlando Magic defenders regardless of who they are.
As he should.
I mean, when you're 7-3, you might as well put it on the deck.
Yeah. Be in attack mode. Like, why not? Like, for me, if you have a skill set advantage, you need to utilize that every time you get a touch. And whether that be making yourself a great facilitator from your touch or an aggressive scorer within your skill set, and he can get it done.
The Wizards shot 56% from the field when they beat the Orlando Magic in December. One of 3 straight games in which they had 5 of 6. They shot 53% or better. KP now, last 6 points for the Wizards, all free throws. Offensive rebound here by Fultz. Wizards come up with it. Jalen Suggs called for foul. Here's something that they do a lot watching Orlando. These young players do foul a lot, and you're noticing that so far. Wagner already has 3. Suggs just picked up his 2nd foul. We'll take a quick timeout. Wizards up 4. 2:49 remaining here in the first quarter.
Are competing for an autographed Kyle Kuzma jersey, and here's how it works. Each contestant will have to complete our skills challenge course. Whoever does it quicker is the winner. Dennis